Yo, what's good, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to. If not, just sit back and relax while we get into this messy, and I mean messy thing. So we see Gary and Tamara are still kissing. And I'm like, my goodness, how long was this kiss? So he finally breaks it and tells Tamara that he likes bad girls. I said, oh, do you? Because if you like bad girls, why are you with Andy? And are you with Penelope? Because neither one of them gives bad girl vibes to me. Not Tamara, but them other two, mm-mm. Hayden, I want to say poor Hayden, but I can't say it. Hayden walks in all innocently and he asks if everything is good. I said, no, Hayden, no. Everything is not good. Your wife literally just got done kissing Satan himself. Everything is not good, bro. I said, Lord, this is going to be some mess. And, the more I watched that kiss, that didn't seem like that was the first time that Gary and Tamara kissed each other. They were a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too familiar, and to even do this in Hayden's house, no fear, no hesitation, no concern, just threw all caution to the wind. I wouldn't be surprised if Tamara and Gary was already getting it in. That kiss wasn't no first time kiss in my personal opinion. But I'm like, Tamara, baby, not Gary. For several reasons. Number one, he's Satan. Number two, it's too close for comfort, sweetie. If you want to get some outside penis, don't get no outside penis from someone that close to your man. I'm not advocating for cheating. I'm just saying. Let me move on. Let me just move on. So we see Sabrina and Rich, and it looks like they're at lunch or possibly dinner. And she asks if she decides to have the baby on her own, will he leave? I guess it's a legitimate question, but I can't imagine Rich staying. I really can't. I can't imagine him compromising his ideals and his beliefs and his own personal wants for his life. And the one thing I will say about Rich is that I do have the utmost respect for him because he's being honest and he's not leading Sabrina on. He's not making her believe that one day he's going to wake up and want children. He seems to be very strong-willed on what he wants out of life and what he doesn't want. And the things that he wants are just as important as what Sabrina wants, out of her own personal journey. So it's going to be interesting to hear them navigate this conversation and everything that's going to transpire in this, because I feel like at this point, the best thing for them to do is just to bid adieu to each other, to bow out gracefully. It's not anyone's fault. No one is making a wrong decision if they decide to part ways, because at this moment, them staying together is going to be more detrimental than them recognizing what it is and, going their separate ways. Because what can possibly happen? And I want to thank everybody who brought up, the power of resentment, because that's exactly what's going to happen if both of them choose to stay. Resentment is going to happen because one person is not going to get what they want. So it's just best to just bow out gracefully and, appreciate the little time that they did, share with one another. Lord, this mess right here. So we get to Andy, and Andy is reading a headline on her phone where it is accusing Jordan of having a relationship with an underage girl. And I believe, that's the big secret or whatever, the thing that is going to come out about Jordan. And honestly, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I guess not that this is not, I guess, a juicy topic for a politician to be involved in, but I was expecting something like a little bit more juicier, a little bit more like, damn, Jordan, something made me go. I just don't see that happening with him. It is not believable to me. But I'm going to ride it out with him and I'm going to see what happens. But I honestly do not believe this particular story. So we see that Danny and Tony are at work, and Tony tells Danny that things happen and she knew what it was when she signed up. Either she deal with it or she moves on. I said, well, damn. I like that. I liked how assertive he was. And I was thinking, I hope this isn't about his children, but I believe it is. And we found out that I don't know what's going on with Tony's ex-wife, but she needs for him to step up and take on the kids for the summer, whatever she may be dealing with. And that's what the hell he's supposed to do. He is a father above all. So if the ex-wife needs him to take the kids, that's what he's supposed to do. Because obviously she has primary custody, or the children are primarily with her. Taking the kids for the summer, them 2.5, 3 months, that's the least he can do. And it appears as if Danny is going to have an issue with it. And if she does, oh well, like he said, you either accept it or you can move on. Because if this man being a father is going to cause issues with you, then you don't need to be with a man who has children. Point blank, period. And if it's too much, then that's okay. Just don't deal with it. Just don't deal with it. But I love that. I love to see men, especially black men. I love to see black men portrayed as amazing fathers. And I believe Tony is doing just that. Danny, you're just my girlfriend. I've been knowing you for 3 months. These are my kids. They come first. They are my main and my top priority. I love it. I know there were some people who had an issue with how Tony was speaking to Danny. I didn't have no issue with it. I had no issue at all. I absolutely loved it. And I love that he doesn't cower to her. I love that he does acknowledge her feelings, yet and still it still does not cause him to go in a separate direction or go in another direction, excuse me. If he was on path A, he's going to acknowledge Danny's feelings, but he's also going to stay on path A. And I love that about Tony. Never thought I would like this character so much, but I absolutely do. So I had to pause this because Karen shows up to Zach's house. Baby girl doesn't even turn off her car. Okay, you can still see the lights reflected in the house that's behind her truck. I said, baby, this is hilarious. That lets me know she's about her business. She came there on a mission. So when Zach opens the door, he's like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? And she lets him know that she's scheduled a DNA test for tomorrow. Are you happy now? I said, baby, Zach should be elated. He should be absolutely elated because this is what he wanted, correct? I said, now on another note, writers, I'm going to need y'all to stop having them, both of them, do these pop-up drive-bys on each other. We need to see clear and healthy boundaries. I will give Fatima that. She's absolutely correct. Zach and Karen need to have boundaries because they have absolutely none. She shows up at his house. He shows up at her house. He shows up to her salon whenever the hell he wants to, vice versa. They don't need to do this. They just don't. That's why we have phones. Call, text, voice message, whatever. There is no need for them to continue to show up at each other's residence, to show up at each other's place of employment. There is no reason for this to happen. It's played out. It's played and it's old. And we don't want it. So keep it. So when y'all in that writing room and y'all get to talking and y'all bring this up, oh, Zach should go. I hope your mouth automatically goes on mute. And if you're typing it in the script, I pray that you get a cramp in your fingers that you can't proceed to have one of them show up at each other's places of employment, at each other's homes. For what? Absolutely for what? We don't want it. We give it back to you. Stop trying to give it back to us. We quit. Okay, we quit. But anyway, so now that there is an appointment scheduled for tomorrow, that means we're going to see Zach going to give his DNA so we can get this thing over with because I'm tired of it. And everybody who been coming in my DMs and my comments when this test come back that Zach is the father, be just as loud. Be just as loud, be just as disrespectful, be just as all of that when you tell me that I was correct. I'm looking forward to it. But he did add it though. I'm just going to let y'all know. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you, all the new subscribers, everyone who is commenting, who is sharing. I greatly appreciate you. Until next time, y'all be safe out there, and I will holler at y'all later.